thinking tomorrow, Ben? Good luck. Let's now get a market update for the last race at Swan Hill.
Good luck heading into the lucky last, punters. Now, I stood here 2 weeks ago when we were watching Pakenham on the plastic, and Taramansour won very, very well. Punters think the horse is going to do it again today. Best backed at the moment, $2.15 into $2.10, holding about 50% of the cashola in the lucky last. Marchand's Ensemble has had support as well. Comes out of a Sandown race when ran second, so $2.70 you can get for Marchand's Ensemble. Prince Zee, we know Rick McIntosh likes this horse, $5 into $4.80. Valac, the big white horse, Benny, we love that, $8.50 out to 9. Barmarel, $19. And Dante, look, if you're feeling lucky, at $201 wouldn't be the worst way to start a weekend. But Taramansour is certainly the one to back at $2.10, $2.15 now. But after the races, we've got 3 wide, no cover, and that's a bit of an old graphic, so we might have to get that one down. But 3 wide, no cover is straight after the races. It features Grace Ramage, it features myself. Not one person on there, but it features the other 2, Jules and SD. So 3 wide, no cover after the races here. We talk a bit of turkey and have some fun.
This mounting yard for the Dig Out Stakes is proudly brought to you by Saney. Moving tomorrow, today.
This is the final race on the program. It's the Murray Mallee Stayers final over 2,400 metres and only a 6-horse field, but some quality. Let's start with Valac, who now returns second up.
What a sight he is in the sunshine. No match for Taramansour, but ran quite well on the synthetic track at Pakenham last time out, and he was held up at a crucial stage there, which potentially cost him finishing closer to the favourite Taramansour. He should strip fitter. I think the rise in distance suits. He can roll forward or take a sit. I think he's a strong top 3 or 4 chance.
What about Prince Ziggy, horse number 3 from Barrier 2 for Jamie Edwards and Craig Robertson, who have already combined with a winner on the program today? Ran a narrow second in what was an absolute sit and sprint at Caulfield last start.
Yeah, narrowly beaten there in a stronger race at Caulfield last time out. He maps for a nice soft run in behind the leader again here. He's at peak fitness. He's a really honest conveyance, and we know that he can run well in slowly run races, which is a chance here. So, he's third pick in the market. I think he's the 3rd best chance of winning in the market's identified his chances.
You had 2 best bets on the program. Rain Beal, when you mentioned it earlier today, better than $2 available. The second one is Taramansour. Horse number 6 that we take a look at here. He was the last start winner on the synthetic. He's pretty progressive, isn't he? He
is. I don't think the margin really highlighted the ease of the win at Ballarat 2 starts ago. It was very soft on the line. And then last time at Pakenham, he was holding a pretty talented mare in Luna Flair, and it was a slowly run race. And she has a big turn of foot and goes really well on the synthetic track at Pakenham. So again, I don't think the raw margin and figures tell you the strength of his victory. I like that the best part of his work was through the line, and that suggests to me that he's really going to enjoy stepping up to 2,400 metres. He maps for a similar run. You know, I've got him mapped 1 out, 1 back. It's easy to say in hindsight that he'll end up there, but hopefully he will. He looks a really progressive stayer. I think he deserves to be favourite, and at better than even money, I think he's a fair gamble.
Now we take a look at one from the Trent Busserton and Natalie Young stable. Horse number 8, Marchand Ensemble. Craig Newitt is in the saddle here, and another one that was a narrow second place getter in town.
Yeah, it ran the fastest last 200 of the race behind Bainbridge last time out, and that form ties in with Taramansour. Bainbridge did beat Taramansour quite narrowly a couple of starts ago, so you can take a direct link to say there's not much between the pair of them. Should be at peak fitness now, gets a senior jockey on. As the market suggests, I think he's the obvious danger to the favourite.
What about Barmer Al, who steps up again back to 2,400 metres?
Looks a key speed influence. There is a bit of pressure on paper in this race though. Well, there's less now after scratchings actually, so that probably helps. He might be able to even lead with perhaps Serenade the Stars sitting outside of him. I think, Serenade the Stars is out, so he probably might map to lead with Valac, perhaps sitting outside of him, sorry. Better form's been in much weaker races, though. I think there's stronger chances, regardless of the fact that he potentially can control this race from on the speed.
And the stablemate and the outsider of the field, number 11, is Dante.
Yeah, 55 rater. Better recent form has been in 0 to 58 grade. I think looks better suited in 0 to 58 grade.
So, no surprise, Taramansour, your best bet of the program, is your on-top selection. $2.15, is that his right price, do you think?
I thought even money was probably the right price, or even $1.90. So Even money or better, I think, is a fair enough gamble for Taramansour. I think he's just a really progressive type. I've loved his work the last couple of hundred in each of his last 2 starts, and he's worked through the line. Seems to be full of running, so expect that 2400 is really going to suit him. Maybe he'll have a tactical advantage over Marchand's Ensemble in the run. Marchand's Ensemble does look the main danger. The form ties right in through Bainbridge. They both have finished narrowly behind that horse. He was strong late, should be at peak fitness now, looks ready for 2400. Prince Ziggy drops in class out of a stronger race last time out. He'll get a soft run in behind the leaders. And Valak, he was pretty good behind Taramansour last time out. He can be forward or just in behind them, and fitter and up in trip, both positives for him. They look the 4 chances.
All right, Pat, give us a final market update for this afternoon.
I sure can. When you're $2.15 and you're holding your price, it certainly means you're getting a lot of cash, and Taramansour is doing just that. Marchand's Ensemble, though, $2.60 into $2.50 late, and also just a little bit of nibbling. It was $4.80. Prince Ziggy just back out to $5 now. The big grey Valac at 11s. Barmarel, $27. And write your own ticket, I'm afraid. No love for Dante. And here we go. We got the right graphic now. 3 wide, no cover. Straight after the races. You can watch it on racing.com right here on KO or on YouTube. It features the wonderful Grace Ramage. I get a word in every now and then. And, of course, Jules and SD with plenty of good oil. So 3 wide, no cover after the races. Gamble responsibly.
All right, well done to you, Pat, today. Taramansour is clearly the one that the punters are wanting to side with here now, $2.05. So Marchand Ensemble is the second elect, but let's find out a little bit more about Prince Ziggy and how he's come out of that Caulfield start. We're going to hear from James Edwards.
Thank you, Grace. Yeah, James is here to talk about a horse. We know him, we love him. Prince Ziggy, he's been around for a good few years now. He's one of the veterans in this race, but he continues to race really well. You brought him up here over the count. He won the Think Big Classic, didn't he, going back to June. Everything he's done since then has been pretty solid as well. What do you think today?
Yeah, as much as everyone, racing.com or whoever, public, owners and things like that, us stable, we love him just as much. He's been a beauty for the stable. He's been a headline sort of horse for us, and you know, for the last few Saturdays, he's fronted up and given us his best. And yeah, going back to Swanhill, you know, 2400, 78, he won at that grade and won quite convincingly. So you know, hopefully, similar situation today.
Well, $50,000 here, this race, so it's worth a penny. What was the deciding factor in taking this option over tomorrow?
Probably just him being probably a more of a realistic winning chance here. We're probably at Flemington, you know, the top weight, you know, they're talking sort of, you know, Melbourne Cups and those sort of aspirations where we just thought we'd take him where he can win, and hopefully that's here today.
Okay, you've got Robbo aboard who will position him in a small field to advantage. What did you think about that in terms of where he can be?
Yeah, it's always a tricky situation, these sort of small fields, you know, what sort of goes forward and wants to take it up. But Robbo will be positive early, and yeah, he's tough as he is always, and hopefully he's fighting at the finish at the end.
All right, already a good day. Hope it gets better. Thanks
James.
Very
much. Cheers.
Thank you. James Edwards there. Prince Ziggy, the horse, up against a couple of later raced horses here, Taramansour and Marcond Ensemble. Certainly they have a longer career ahead of them, I suppose, but Prince Ziggy, he's done a great job. And when he did come up here, I remember speaking to Jamie Edwards prior to that race, and his reasoning for coming up here was really, really sound. So it proved. He's gone back down. Saturday races, the last few, and he can hold his head up with his last few starts. He comes back here and tries to keep that Swanhill record intact. He's 1 from 1 here, and the others in the market, the other favourites, make their debut here. So let's see how this goes. Valak, the white horse, is easy to pick out. They'll all be easy to pick out here in a field of 6 to close the day. Here's Rick McIntosh for the Murray-Malley Stayers final.
So the quaddy 9, Who's Your Pappy? Into 10 easy single. Into 8 Rainbeal. Good luck in the final leg. There's the divvies up on the screen. 205 Taramansour. 260 Marchand's Ensemble. 550 for Prince Ziggy. 3 in the market, and Valak, the great, gee, they'll be licking their lips with the news about the jumps racing stake money next year. This will be a pittance compared to what he'll be running around in there. 14 for him. 31 for Barmarel. I'm not sure whether it's Dente or Dante now. I've lost the plot there. I've got a ripping email from one of the owners who was too busy going off on a tangent, so I didn't take on board there. My apologies. It's the outsider anyway, $151. They're almost ready to go. The Bottle Swan Hill, a bit far from home for us to go through, but you should if you're going that way. The Rich Murray Mallee Stayers final. Good luck with whatever you're doing on the weekend. It's a sensational day's racing. Tomorrow on racing.com. They're off for the final event here. The Murray Mallee Stayers Series final is underway, and the Big Grey Velak came out strongly. They won the first race, the Hayes lads. Down on the inside, Barmarel away nicely, and Prince Iggy is prominent in the middle. Taramansour, the favourite, is back behind them, and then followed by Dente on the inside, and the last one was Marchand's Ensemble. So they're still sorting it out as they come down the straight. The Big Grey Velak, he's probably looking for an up and over. There's none here. There's a shadow there as he comes across the shadow of the running rail. He decides not to jump it. That's a good move, and a circuit to go in the Murray Mallee Series Stayers final. Blake McDougall and the Hayes lads, they won the first. It won't be the last race they combine to win this season. He'll be in Melbourne before you know it, this boy. It's out by 3 lengths, Velak. Second is Barmarel, 3 lengths to Prince Iggy, and it's a good gallop early. 2.5 lengths to Tara's Mansour. On the inside was Dente, and last of all was Marchand's Ensemble. They're going into the back at a good rate. It's a good 3-track. The sun is shining, and Velak's not waiting for his opposition. He's out by 3 lengths at the 1,400 metres. Second placing is Barmarel, who normally likes to lead. If Velak just slipped a couple more lengths in front, he'd reckon he would be in front, Barmarel. There followed 3 lengths to Prince Iggy. Dente's moving up along the inside of the race favourite Taramansour, who's going for the hat-trick, but the last two were on the scent though. And Marchand's Ensemble, Newitt is going to stalk the favourite Taramansour. Well, all the way almost to the post by the look of it. At the top of the track, 1,000 metres to go. And the Big Grey Velak led by 3 lengths on Barmarel. They think they won't shout in Barmer if he looms. 2 lengths away to Prince Iggy. The Think Big Classic winner from the Carnival sits in 3rd place. 800 metres to go. Dente, the outsider, continues to save ground. Then Taramansour, and still Marchand's Ensemble was the last one. Velak, he's only a length in front now. Robbo's made the move on Prince Iggy. He's gone up on the outside of Barmarel. Taramansour canted into 4th. Then Marchand's Ensemble. And Dente, heads were turned for home. It's race on in the Murray Mallee Stayers Series final. Velak trying to stave them off. Prince Iggy is after him. Taramansour's after the pair. Marchand's Ensemble's having the last crack. Velak, Prince Iggy, he's as honest as the day is long, but Taramansour and Marchand's Ensemble are coming. Prince Iggy, Taramansour the outside, gets alongside. Prince Iggy, he's trying his life out, but Taramansour gets the hat-trick and he takes the Murray Mallee Stayers final. 3/4 on a game, Prince Iggy. Marchand's Ensemble wobbled late. Gee, might have staggered into 3rd. Barmarel got close. Velak made the race, didn't he? Can't wait to see him next year again in the up and overs. And the outsider of the field, Dente, call him what you like, he got the 6 money. Taramansour wins. Yeah, you just had too much class for us there, Benny. Prince Iggy gave him a race. For those who were game enough to chime in at the each way when there was only 2 place divvies. But Taramansour went home to win it. Beautiful ride by Fred Kersley, was patient as ever. Prince Iggy made the race. He made him catch him, and he was good enough to do it. 6, 3, 8 and 10 go in the frame. 6, 3, 8 and 10. Taramansour 3 in a row for Matt Kamani, and Fred Kersley partnering to all those wins. The entire by Dan Silly out of a Delicani mare. Prince Iggy, you got to love him. He's as honest as the day is long, as I said. Jamie Edwards, Craig Robinson, he tried his life out. And Marchand's Ensemble loomed to beat them both. But in the end, only just staggered into 3rd. Trent Bussetton and Natalie Young and Craig Newitt. And 10 Barmarel was more than got a tick for that very good performance in 4th. 6, 3, 8 and 10. 2, 10 and 140 if you're stuck with Ben. $2 was the SP. Beats Prince Iggy by 3/4, 2.5 second and third. 2:35.26 was the time. That's my lot. Let's get to Kev. He's got Matt Kamani.
Thanks very much, Rick. Well, job well done. What he's done here is he's taken his synthetic form, he's brought it up here and done another great job.
Thank you. Yeah, it's fantastic effort by the horse. He's one that's kept improving. It's good to see him get on the turf finally and do well on this course and over this distance.
He is building. What did you make of him when he first came into your stable? Is this the sort of prep I'm sure you hoped for a prep like this? Where can he go now, though?
Yeah, we were sort of hoping that we'd have a nice progressive prep here because he came in off a relatively low mark, and that gave us an opportunity to sort of build his confidence and at the same time learn a fair bit about him, and we've done that. We'll probably look to give him a little bit of a let up now, maybe 4.5 weeks between runs. Yep. There's an 84 at Caulfield in 4.5 weeks' time, so that gives us a bit of a chance to give him, almost a week off, get him out on some grass for a bit and let him relax a touch, and then build him back up towards that race. And if necessary after that, if he comes back really well, having had that break, we could go a little bit deeper into the prep. But we're sort of looking at him possibly for, the really nice races in the autumn and next year's spring. This prep, I just like it to continue being a sort of nice building prep. Yeah, well, wonderful. We'll follow him wherever he goes because you've done a magnificent job with him. He's an exciting prospect. He certainly is, and it's great for the ownership team, some owners of ours, and also Regal Bloodstock, who have done very well in purchasing him, and great for the team to have a nice horse like this. And Emily Carp, who rides him daily, has done very well with him, and he's been a horse. He's got a little bit of a weakness. He likes to have a buddy with him, pony, filly, gelding or colt, either one, and he does well with that. Oh, well done, Matt. Thanks a lot. Terrific. Matt Kamani there. Fred Kersley will come over. He's been attached to this fellow at every start out here, and just edging out as he has done to the 2100, 22 last time, 24 today, and you've been with him all along. What did you make of today's performance?
I have. He's a horse that since he come to Matt's stable, I've had a lot to do with. He's taken good progression through each run, and we've seen he's stepping up and getting out to his right trip now, and he just continues to go on with the job. Yeah, and Matt's just saying maybe a little time off, maybe a month between runs or thereabouts for him before he might have a go in town. He's got to have a go at something like that now, hasn't he? He does. He truly does deserve it. The stable have played it safe with him. They've taken their time. They've picked the right races out now. He's got to a point where he's winning, and he's still winning with a fair bit in the tank. So I'd love to see him in town, and he's a very fit horse. He will only benefit from a good gap between runs to going into town. Well done, Fred. Thanks. Terrific. Fred Kersley there, and Taramansour. Great ending to a really good card here at Swan Hill today. A small field, but a good depth of field there for mine over the staying trip, and a nice way to close down.
Taramansour's had the 5 starts now in Australia, and that is his 3rd consecutive win. Really well placed by the Matt Kamani stable, and we've just heard that they're looking at next year for some of the feature races. Happy to go through their grades now, but he just keeps on taking the next step.
Yeah, he was been beautifully placed by Matt Kamani as well. So let's have a look at how he did it. There was good speed set by the grey, the leader in... I'm just going to call him Shadow Fashion there in Valac, who just really bowled along and made it a true staying contest. And given his last two runs at 2100 and 2200, the best part of his work has been through the line, Taramansour. Marchand's Ensemble, Prince Iggy, they were there with him, all to challenge, and he was the strongest the last 100 and through the line again. It's a terrific trait for a stayer. He just is building into his work and getting stronger the further he goes. Princey was just so game. That's him. He doesn't know how to lie down. Marchand's Ensemble was there. He was there with Taramansour, and he couldn't go with him. He pulled right away from him over the last 100 metres. The winner's a progressive stayer, a smart horse, and punters have ended the day on a real high. They found the last 3 winners, easy single, truck loaded, Rain Beal, best back runner all day, and Taramansour was very firm late into about even money from 220. So punters have had a very good day at Swan Hill, and they landed several other results throughout the program.
And what's also really impressive with Taramansour is that he's proven how versatile he is, because he came home in some of the fastest closing splits of the meeting last time on the synthetic. Looks as though they ran along here, and he can sustain a good gallop as well. He's really exciting. And Kev, as we say farewell to you from Swan Hill, it's been